zone, turn it on, must be the shoes. Must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit.
The sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It'll be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7. Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down and what'll be a gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 36. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Number 20.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Bears nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
50-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his throw is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that takes us from second to third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bears nothing.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll look to throw again. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
3rd and 10.
Looking for the end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 24-yard touchdown, and the Bears have cut it to within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down, Cincinnati.
This is Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. We've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is real.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
First and 10.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. And I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line.
2nd and 5. Forced out to his left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
The score, Bears 29, Bengals 14. For Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Below Nichols, his second sack of the night.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Here's 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Burrow going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And he will find his man on the outside. There he goes, right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it.
Makes the score Bears 37. Bengals.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get change, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting at the back. In fact, I said that in my opinion, so good news and bad news. So what's the good news? So the good news is we made a lot. I said what's the bad news? The bad news is we spent more.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks. and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score, Bears 43, Bengals 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And caught, right side, Green. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And the Bengal first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
To the ground and
did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now they go play action now. Burrow, he'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
2nd and 10.
Now they try the right side here. And some space here. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. 30,
all you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn,
20,
baby.
10, 5. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 98 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Lining up for the extra point.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Kickoff for Chicago.
The Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
on 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Check back 21. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Joe Mixon.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a game.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd and 14.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
The kicker on.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Bears add on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
58's the money.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team...
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Burrow looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
The 20. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer. Now for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Makes the score Bears 61, Bengals 30.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. And now they're going to fake it. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And Green with a catch left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
On the play.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
You get nothing.
Picked off at the 35. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
He was brought down.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Cincinnati.
Now Joe Mixon, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, here's Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
On the carry.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Burrow on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was
tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the
extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Again, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
I got it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Exit, exit.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. His pass caught at the 4. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.